arrows. I'm Kashawn and you are watching The Book Archer. Today I am coming at y'all with a book review on the highly anticipated debut novel by Angie Thomas, The Hate You Give. First and foremost, I want to send a huge shout out to Margot over at Epic Reads and HarperCollins. Thank you so much for sending me an arc of this book. This is my #1 most anticipated read for the year of 2017, and I had to make sure it was one of the first things that I read this year. This book has a bunch of hype surrounding it. It was bidded on by 3 different auction houses to get the rights to produce this work. And not only that, but John Green is saying it's an instant classic. The book already has a movie adaptation that is going to be coming out. They've started casting for it and everything. The book hasn't even been released yet, so that is a ton of hype for a novel. I would like to encourage you to stay until the end of the video because I will be doing a giveaway. So if you want to find out more information about that, then keep on watching. So let's start with the synopsis. The Hate You Give is a YA novel following the main character of Star, who is 16 years old. Star has grown up in a very poor, predominantly black neighborhood, but she attends private school in a very wealthy white neighborhood. She's one of 2 black students at her school. So she's juggling these 2 different sides of her life. At the beginning of the novel, right at the beginning, Star witnesses the shooting death of one of her childhood friends at the hands of the police. The story kind of takes off from there. The Black Lives Matter movement was a heavy influence on this novel. Not only that, but you get to see how Star has to navigate these 2 worlds once they collide because of what has happened to her childhood friend, and really about growing up as a young black teenager in today's society. This book was totally unexpected. I'd heard so many things about it and I kind of had preconceived notions going into the book. I thought that it was just going to be a tearjerker from beginning to end. I thought that the only thing that they were going to talk about really was police brutality and the Black Lives Matter movement, which I was perfectly fine with getting myself into. But this turned out to be so much more than just political rhetoric. You absolutely fall in love with Star as a main character and you become invested in more than just the main story. This type of literature and this type of book has a similar voice to books that I've read before growing up. Books by black authors, and they had female lead characters that I could relate to. But those books were never ever marketed to the masses. This book is very, very authentic. It doesn't sugarcoat anything. The language is very authentic. There were so many times in the book where the character said something or Star said something that I would really say in real life, but I would never say in public. So you really got to get a peek inside black culture and the black community, and I'm just mind blown that I was able to find something like this in young adult literature. Something that I really loved about this book, the characters. This book does such a phenomenal job of humanizing all of these characters that we see. Star has a distinct inner voice. You get to see her strength, but you also get to see her vulnerabilities and how she's struggling with everything and the real questions and concerns that she has regarding her life, regarding what she's going to stand for, who she's going to be. And most of all, you get to enjoy the family dynamics. Star's family was so prevalent and so prominent in this novel. I felt that it was a wonderful representation of the black family. I could relate so much to Star, especially the relationship that she had with her dad and kind of like some of the banter that would go back and forth between them. The kindness and the caring nature that her mom had was still strict. I just completely appreciated how we got to see these characters fleshed out to such a maximum level. I felt like every single character was a real person that I just grew to care about. And not only that, but we got a bunch of side stories all of these characters kind of had their own thing going on, and you got to see the push and the pull, which allowed the book to touch on more than just police brutality. I felt like it was very important for the author to let people see that these characters are human. Oftentimes Black people are turned into characters or plot devices, and you got to see a full spectrum of those characters. It was amazing. I loved Star. I loved her older brother Seven. Just everyone. Just so many great characters. Another great thing about this book, how current it is with today's times. This book has a ton of pop culture references, real world references from today, the here and the now. And I feel like that is something that was very important for me in the book, because it really shows you this is something that we're dealing with now. These are issues that are going on in the current day, in the current time. So it's important to have the reader be able to put themselves in the climate of today. This is not something from the past. This isn't something from 10 years ago, 50 years ago, and this isn't something that's far off in the future. It just makes it so much more easier to put yourselves into these characters' shoes. I love the mentions of social media. We really got to see how social media plays a large part in media portrayal in these situations and just life in general. The book really delved into a lot of the socio-economical issues, code switching, and dealing with, you know, the conversation that you have with your family versus how you have to present yourself to the world. It deals with a lot of family issues. They talk about interracial dating, just a number of things wrapped up in this YA novel without it feeling like a speech or someone telling you this is how you should think. Angie Thomas does a flawless job of making this book enjoyable and not too heavy while discussing these very important and serious topics. And I, for the life of me, cannot understand how she's doing it. She really touches you in a way where you are not just not hate reading the book. You are reading it in a way where you can get this information and understand it and relate to it, but at the same time, it is enjoyable. Like, the book is good. I also love how it delves into the effects of riots and how really getting to the root of how do these riots come about in these Black communities when we're dealing with these social injustice issues. That has long been a staple with civil rights in America, where we have sit-ins and protests and riots, and it really talks about the emotions that spark some of these incidences and the negative and the positive effects of it. That kind of ties back into the title of the book, The Hate You Give, but about how when these injustices are done to people in the community and the society, those injustices have a negative effect on all of us and how they internalize those things that happen. Whenever you do something negative, there's always a reaction. Overall, I would give The Hate You Give 5 out of 5 stars. I really want to reread this book again. I did not know I was going to be able to see myself so much in Star, but really the amazing thing about this book is if your mind is open, anybody can read this. This gets across so many things that I try to get across on a daily basis, and this book basically says them. Or if you're a person who just doesn't understand what are people so angry about, it's just the perfect insight to help you explain it. And this just reminds me of why diverse literature and own voices literature is so important. That being said, The Hate You Give comes out February the 17th. It is available for pre-order, so if you have not been convinced enough to read this book, if you think it's overhyped, pre-order it right now. Read it for yourself. Now, I enjoyed this book so much and I want people to read it. So I have decided to do a giveaway here on my channel. I am going to be pre-ordering this book for not 1, not 2, but 3 lucky subscribers. Whoever wins this giveaway, I will do a pre-order for you of The Hate You Give so that when it is released, you can read it. I am a believer of promote what you love instead of bashing what you hate. And I love this. So the only thing you have to do to enter this giveaway is be subscribed to the Book Archer. Just be subscribed to my channel. And this is an international giveaway, so if you are international, then you'll be getting this book from the Book Depository. Anybody in the US and outside of the US can participate. All you have to do is leave in the comment section why you want this book and be subscribed to this channel. This giveaway will be going on until next Monday. When I do my next book review, then I will announce the winner. Everybody leave your comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to pick up The Hate You Give on February 17th. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter at The Book Archer. I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!